Listen closely, because what you're about to hear isn't polite and it isn't pretty. Masculinity is dying, not because someone stole it, but because men surrendered it. We live in a world where strength is called toxic, where discipline is oppression, where leadership is controlling, and men desperate for approval are willingly cutting off the very roots that once made them powerful. You were never meant to be weak. You were never meant to apologize for being a man. But today, most men have abandoned the sacred laws that built empires, conquered kingdoms, and held families together for centuries. And the result? A generation of soft, distracted, powerless men, easily controlled, easily broken, and easily replaced. So today I will reveal 10 sacred laws of masculinity, the same laws that most men are breaking, and the reason they will never rise. These laws will offend you. They will challenge everything you've been taught, but ignore them, and you'll remain part of the silent majority. Weak, invisible, and forgotten. Let's begin. Law 1. Masculinity demands discipline. The first law is the foundation of all the others, and most men break it before they even start. Weak men chase pleasure, they scroll, they snack, they sleep, they seek comfort. But masculine men, they choose discipline, even when it's boring, even when it hurts. Discipline is the muscle that builds every other virtue. Strength, respect, wealth, leadership. Without it, you are just another boy pretending to be a man. Lesson: if you can't command yourself, you'll never command anything. Master your habits, or they will master you. Law 2. Control your emotions, or be controlled. You were told it's healthy to be emotional. That's a lie. A man who explodes with anger, who cries over rejection, who breaks under pressure is easy to manipulate. And weak men are being controlled every day, not by force, but by their own feelings. The strong feel everything, but they show nothing. They stay calm in chaos, cold under pressure, and unshaken by insult. Lesson: your emotions are weapons. Control them, or someone else will use them against you. Law 3. Never chase. Attract modern men are addicted to chasing. Women, approval, status. But every time you chase, you place yourself below what you seek. Masculine energy doesn't beg. It builds. It becomes so valuable, so disciplined, so rare, that opportunities chase it. The man who begs is forgotten. The man who builds is irresistible. Lesson: stop chasing validation. Become the kind of man they can't ignore. Law 4. Embrace responsibility. Never run from it. Weak men run from responsibility because they think it limits their freedom. But here's the truth. Responsibility is freedom. A man who runs from duty becomes a slave to chaos. A man who carries the weight no one else can carry becomes a leader. Masculinity is not about what you want. It's about what you can bear. Lesson: stop hiding from hard things. The heavier the burden, the stronger the man who carries it. Law 5. Choose purpose over pleasure. Most men destroy themselves with pleasure. Cheap dopamine, shallow sex, endless distraction. They sacrifice decades of greatness for moments of comfort. The masculine path is the opposite. It sacrifices the easy for the meaningful. It delays gratification. It bleeds today to build tomorrow. Lesson: pleasure makes you soft. Purpose makes you unstoppable. Law 6. Lead, even if no one follows. Modern men fear leadership. They'd rather blend in, stay silent, avoid conflict. But masculinity isn't about fitting in. It's about standing up. Leaders are hated, they're judged, they walk alone. But they move the world while the crowd stays still. Lesson: speak with authority, act with conviction. Lead even if you're laughed at, because the herd never respects the man who hides among them. Law 7. Build your body, or be ruled by it. Your body is not decoration. It's a weapon, a message, a mirror of your discipline. Weak men neglect their health, make excuses, and surrender their strength. But a strong body builds a strong mind, and a strong man commands respect before he even speaks. Lesson: lift, train, sweat, suffer. Your body is the temple of your masculinity, and right now most men are letting it rot. Law 8. Walk alone. The path to power is lonely, and weak men fear solitude. They need the crowd, the group, the noise. But masculinity grows in silence. It's forged in isolation, in the hours when no one is watching. The man who can walk alone becomes unshakable because he no longer needs the world's approval to move. Lesson: seek solitude, build in the dark, stand alone, and the world will follow your shadow. Law 9. Never submit to weakness. Weakness spreads like disease. It's in the excuses you tell yourself, the comfort you choose, the softness you justify. Every time you let weakness win, you bury a piece of your masculinity. The strong man rejects it. He disciplines the body, hardens the mind, and never lets weakness dictate his destiny. Lesson: be ruthless with your softness, mercy for others, zero tolerance for weakness within yourself. Law 10. Become dangerous. Here's the law society fears the most. A man must be capable of violence, but disciplined enough to never misuse it. Powerless men are not good. They are harmless. And harmless men cannot protect, cannot lead, and cannot change anything. The masculine ideal is strength under control. The lion doesn't need to roar, but every creature knows what he's capable of. Lesson: cultivate power. Be strong enough to end chaos, but wise enough to never start it. Now you know the truth. Masculinity isn't dying. It's being abandoned. Abandoned by men who trade discipline for comfort. Abandoned by men who confuse weakness for virtue. Abandoned by men who fear their own strength. And while the world celebrates this decay, the powerful quietly rise because they still follow the sacred laws. You have two choices: stay soft, stay silent, stay safe, and die a forgettable man, or resurrect the ancient code of masculinity and become someone the world cannot ignore. The choice is yours. But remember, the clock is ticking and weak men run out of time.